Hey, it's Josh Payton with the Role Playing Bubble Radio. This is Heart, the City Beneath, Descending Derelictus, Episode 4. In the previous session, the Delvers found a fight club in a tower.
You're breaking the first rule, Ross.
Yeah. It is
the party totally didn't find a fight club. Wing.
You're right. It's the Society of Advancement of Pugilistic Sciences.
See, that makes it way better.
Yeah, SAPS, for short.
Oh, God.
Yep.
I love the fact that you didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I did not mean to do that, but Kismet is real. So, yeah, the cosmos have spoken. And Rakk won his first fight. A column of flesh erupted through the floor, thanks to a bit of fallout. And
no, that was always going to happen. That wasn't us.
Okay.
You can't prove it.
You're right. Let's see here. Garanhon made a connection by selling the vending machine, giving the vending machine to Charlize Ticket Taker, an expert on the Vermissian train network. She gave you a ticket that can enhance Vermissian technology.
As we found, it made the vending machine into an automat. So, or a replicating automat,
which is now in the upper floor of SAPS, the SAPS tower. Let's see here.
We turned my eyes backwards, and I learned the name of the dark god that authored me.
Outis Phyz did so indeed. Look inward, quite literally, and surprisingly enough, did not go all Bloodborne on us.
I've known mages who were into subtext, and they're all cowards.
Zaradoth is the name of his tormentor, his creator. So probably wants to figure out about that. And so we do know that for this particular session, Rakk is preparing he's going to have a rooftop fight, I believe, with a high elf fencer on top of the roof, and hopefully he can kick it down. I can't remember if I gave that high elf a name. I did not put it in my notes if I did. Let's see here.
No, I thought I had it, and I don't think I do.
Yeah. And yeah, you can. Why don't we start? Actually, with Outis. Yeah, Outis, what are you thinking of in terms of researching Zaradoth? There's traditional go to a place with books and look through them and see if they mention that word. There are talking to people who may know about such things. Sorry, what?
I do like a library.
And yeah, okay.
Well, the part of my life that was real did take place in a school. I have a great affection for magical knowledge sources.
Okay. So the only library that is open to the public is the Library of Woes. The price, it is not a public library. You have to pay to get in, but you do not pay money to get in. You must write in a book of woes, your own woes. This is a mentally distressing thing to do as you begin to. The book makes you focus on them, and boy, you do not feel good as you think about your own woes and why you are the author of your own woes, as you are literally authoring woes in the book. It's very.
This is getting meta.
Yeah, it is very meta. So now it's not very popular, but people who are desperate for knowledge often go in there. Or they do enough business to get by, apparently. So that would be the easiest place to go to. Now, if you had other ideas on how to have you heard any other rumors of other repositories of books in Derelictus that you would like to research or go to instead?
See, I'm torn because I immediately like the idea of the Book of Woe. That sounds like fun.
Okay.
But,
well, do you just want to go there then?
There's also the Library of Foes, where you write down the names of people who have beefs with you.
Well,
there's the Library of No's, where you write down the things that you don't want to do and it somehow makes you beat them anyway.
I was actually thinking like going like sort of au natural, because if you go to the right neighborhood with enough torn up pieces of bread, you can consult the Library of Crows.
Unfortunately, it is a very cheap library to access. Unfortunately, it's very hard to understand.
Well, they all talk at once, so it's kind of hard to get anything you can nail down.
Yes, and occasionally they swarm a person, and when they all leave, there's nobody there, and nobody knows what happens to that person.
But what if I could find out?
Yeah, you could try, but there's a 1 in 10 chance you just disappear.
I think I will go with the Book of Woe thing. Okay. That sounds
all right.
That sounds good. We wipe out stress between.
Yes,
things,
because you are in Derelictus. That is not normal.
Because Ross, you may remember, I feed on mind stress.
Well,
lock me up with that good shit.
You head to the Library of Woes. The front door is open. It is built in a former cathedral, or a cathedral that perhaps sank down from the upper city. It's hard to say. In fact, you think maybe this is just one of the buildings that's kind of sank in there. Is anyone going with him?
I'll definitely go, since delving work is never done.
Day? Anyone?
Yeah,
library day. Okay. Delve to the library. Yeah.
All right. So there's
also have been a cathedral seed that someone planted and tended to for several generations until a cathedral sprouted.
Oh,
Rakk, come on! It'll be lovely. We can just make a day of it. Rakk, are you coming? Rakk,
what?
We're going to the library. Do you want to come with?
I just realized that Rakk is surrounded by magic nerds, and all he wants to do is chill out, punch things, and eat people.
Fine, let's go to the library. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun going there.
Oh, there is. I'm sure we could find you a copy of To Serve Man.
Hey,
it's a good book.
Oh, please.
I don't know. That's a popular one.
I memorized that book a long time ago.
Oh, there you go.
All of the editions?
Yeah, I knew there was the heart of a scholar beating beneath your blood-soaked fur.
Well, I do what I can.
So the four of you head there. Like I said, it's a cathedral, or was a cathedral. Very, very tall front doors. But they are quite wide open. However, there is an inner door that is closed. But there is on a pedestal an open book, the aforementioned Book of Woes. The door will open. The inner door will only open when a new woes have been transcribed into it. Now you don't know. You're actually kind of fuzzy if whether it's one person per woe, or if one woe is enough for a group if you all enter at the same time.
Yeah, is it the electoral college, or one man, one woe?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know. So Outis, this is your main thing. So you're going to be the one entering in for the woes first, if nothing else.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Well, what woe do you write down? Is it a minor woe or a major woe?
I mean, since my mind's on it anyway, I'm going to give it the meta woe of the fact that I was a very I was a very sort of neglected and deprived child, not out of any particular sort of animosity from my parents, but the fact that they were themselves also impoverished and could only spare so much to further my continued existence as they toiled away at their own weary tasks. Or so I thought, until I realized that none of that ever happened, and that I likely did not exist for very much time at all before I enrolled in the magic school, whereupon I learned through intense study that I did not exist for most of my life.
That sounds like a major woe.
Yeah, it's kind of on my mind.
All right.
On my mind.
I'm going to write it down in fairly detailed.
All right, that is 7 mind stress.
Shit.
Yeah. Do you have any mind? Yeah, if you have mind armor, that'll count.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Exposed nerve.
And you get to keep it. You actually get to keep it.
Yes!
You do not take fallout. So you are highly stressed out. As it is the major woe of your life.
It's called catharsis, Peyton.
So the door swings wide open.
X gonna give it to you starts playing.
Yeah.
It's very intense.
So but as soon as you cross the threshold, the door starts closing again. Now, do you for the remaining three of you, do you just try to jump in? Or
dive roll like Indiana Jones,
or do you? Or do you stay politely behind to write down your own woe? Garanhon, what do you do?
I want to do the heroic roll, but also realizing that it might damage our options, our opportunities here. I will quietly write down one of my own woes.
Okay. So you start writing that down. Rakk, what do you do? Do you jive through the door, or do you wait for Garanhon to finish writing down his woe?
Rakk gets pushed.
Rakk. Okay. All right, Rakk, you get pushed.
What the hell?
Valanthe, let's see here. Give me let's see here. You know what? I'm just gonna give that to you for free. I'm just gonna say, Rakk, you take one blood stress. I'm not gonna roll for fallout. As you are just knocked on your face, and you fall snout first onto the ground. It hurts a little bit. It's quite unpleasant.
Why do I hang out with these people?
So Valanthe, are you going to jump in after him, or are you going to wait your turn?
Well, upon seeing that Garanhon is writing down, basically it's like, okay, push Rakk, follow Rakk.
Okay. To follow Rakk, you'll have to make an evade check. Otherwise, you'll get caught in the door. And part of you will be, well, it's a very strong door.
Well, can I tell that before trying to go?
Yeah. I'll say you
All
can.
right.
You can hesitate and like, oh wait, it's not going to stop. It's just going. So if you're fast, you can get through, or if you shove someone else as soon as it opens, they can get through. But if you want to keep, the more people who go, the harder it'll be because the door will keep. Yeah. So are you reconsidering, or are you gonna shove on through?
I'm reconsidering.
Okay.
Still pushing Rakk first, though. It's like, nope.
All right, so Rakk's in. Outis is in. Let's see here. Outis, you start looking for books on Zaradoth. It is a quiet, peaceful, tranquil library. There are magically lit candles throughout. There's nary a sign of dust or disuse. The climate is perfectly preserved towards books, but you get the sense that you're being watched. So there is an impression of menace briefly, as in behave or else. But you see no librarians. So you start looking for books on Zaradoth. Rakk, what are you doing?
I thought I was going to make sure that somebody didn't get in trouble in the library.
Okay. Well, there's tables and chairs. You can just sit and wait. Are you going to do some research?
I'm actually going to be looking for maybe some more obscure and perhaps even forbidden recipes.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you start wandering.
Honestly, life hack for cannibal cooking is if you just find a book of sacrifice rituals, but you don't say any of the word parts, you can find some real good recipes.
Sure.
And it won't summon anything most of the time.
Yeah, of course.
Most of the time.
Okay. So Garanhon, what kind of woe are you writing?
Actually, this is going back into, if you allow me, my active beats is alluding to an event that led me to forbidden knowledge or a certain situation. It actually relates back to my discovery of the turnstile.
Okay.
And the fact that when I was delving into that, I ended up having to make a choice about this, whether or not, which was basically I had to give something more of myself I had to leave something behind of myself in order to gain access to it, which I've never told anybody about this before. But that's it's like my bones, my legs. So they're actually not real.
They're artificial.
They're artificial, which makes up for the steel bones ability that I just put in. So, but I physically had to give them up in order to take it, which meant that I crawled all the way back before it almost bled out before I was able to get the turnstile back to the house.
That sounds like a pretty fucking major woe.
And that's why you don't go to these things on your own.
Unfortunately,
Fortunately,
you only take one mind fallout or one stress, and you're fine.
If he had hit the fallout on that,
hey, I'm thinking what do I have? What do I have?
My legs.
You kept rolling ones on Fallout last time, Ross. You monster.
So yeah, that does count. The doors begin to open again. So you enter now. Valanthe, you can try and jump in, piggy-tailing on Garanhon, or you can write your woe down.
Considering how wide they slam open, I'm just gonna sneak right through.
Okay.
Just whoop.
All right. This time you're ready for it, and the first one's free. It's the people who go after, or if two people try and go at the same time, that's really bad. Prisoner's dilemma kind of situation. But so you two are in there, and you two start researching things. We'll get to you in a second. So Outis. You start finding some books that seem relevant to your interests. Now you need to understand them. So discern plus occult would be quite relevant.
Just so happened I got better at discerning while I was asleep.
Okay. And then let's see, what domain would this be? I would say this place is
Fairly occult?
Actually, I was going to, occult, yeah.
All right, then. Come on, no whammies.
Oh, yeah, I already said occult,
yeah.
8, no fallout, I believe. No stress.
Nice.
All right, so, I'll let you determine his motive. What is it? You don't know how he's trying to do and how you work into it, but you get a sense of his basic goal. It's very grandiose. It's very world shaking. But what is it? I'll let you think about that, and I'll get back to you. So Rakk, discern plus occult. If you just want to look through the books, there is a scent in the air of blood and meat. You could try to hunt that.
Like, hello. Oh, that's what I'm totally doing.
Okay. So go ahead and be hunt plus occult if you have occult.
7. Yeah.
So you are going to take 1d4 echo stress, which is 4.
4.
And you're fine. So put that down. You go through corridor after corridor following the scent until you notice that you're no longer, the library, the shelves are now full of first scrolls and then
Scrimshaw?
Scrimshaw. But also spinal columns wrapped in meat and leather. And then there is you come to a butcher shop and there is a carcass on the table.
What are you buying?
Yeah. and there is no one there, but you hear a voice. Oh, the only way to learn is to do, but if you only let my apprentice touch my tools.
Hello?
Who are you, customer or apprentice? Or some burglar here to steal?
Oh, please. I don't steal unless I've killed the person that owns something.
And is that really stealing at that point?
A raider, then, a pillager.
Like, no, I'm just an appreciator of all things meat right now, and I caught the scent.
Ah, so a customer, eh? What coin do you have to offer?
I actually don't know what money I have.
It would be supplies. You just roll stress on supplies, and that's how much you lose. And you can take supply fallout. That's how it works. It's very abstracted.
Oh, I got to try some of this.
Okay.
Oh, Rakk, honey, there's the other thing. The currency that you always have. This is a library. They trade in knowledge here. If you were to go over to that thing that needs butchering and just show that man how to properly debone that carcass, he might be willing to trade you favors.
Well, he doesn't see anybody. He just hears a voice. But yeah, you could offer to be an apprentice instead of a customer.
Well, I love chopping things up. This looks very fascinating. I'd be interested to see how, the people here do it.
Well, if you want an apprentice, huh? Well, first you have to do the chores before you can you learn the skills. I want you to go over to the sink on the other side and clean those dishes till they're perfect. There is a vast, it's more of a vat than a sink, and you can tell the water is steaming and smells strongly of a heavy chemical cleaner. And there's piles of filthy blood and meat encrusted dishes.
Hey, I'm a firm believer in keeping a clean kitchen, damn it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
the apron gets messy. The kitchen stays
the water is scalding. It will hurt. In fact, in order to do it, you'll have to give me an endure check.
Well, that I can do.
Okay.
5.
Unfortunately, you cannot. You touch your hands to it, and you try to wash one dish, but your hands burn too much, and you take 3 blood fallout.
Ooh.
But you're still fine. But yeah, you pathetic. An apprentice like you, worthless. I'll take your coin, but I cannot teach you my skills. So yeah, if you want to take a D8 in supply stress.
No, in that case, well, then I don't need to buy from you. This is ridiculous.
All right.
Damn it.
So,
walk back wow, don't go to that place. I'm leaving a very bad review.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's this guy named Yelp. You'll tell him, and he'll spread the word.
That freaking guy.
He will not shut up.
He will not shut up.
Do I hear a new NPC?
So, Garanhon, have you can make a discern plus occult to look through the books.
Okay. I can find anything. Oh, come on. Oh, sorry. Wrong side. You said discern plus occult?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's just going to be 2 for me.
All right.
Nothing. Just...
Okay, you find books on the Vermissian train network and that kind of thing, but they're not really relevant. Are there ones you've already read, so you already absorbed their knowledge. But you do get the scent of machine oil in the air.
Where is it coming from?
You can follow it and find out where it is.
Okay. Is there any? Are the others near me, or?
Oh no! This is it's a cathedral-sized building.
Okay. I guess I'll again mysteries. While I find my friends, if not, I will yell loud enough. So I will go ahead and follow.
Okay. So you follow it for a while, and you come to it is a grate. That you could pop open and crawl through, but it looks like a Vermissian grate.
In the library?
Yes.
Is there any? I look around, like librarians, anybody else who would have an issue. So basically, doing my look around from Last Crusade.
No one playing in plain view.
All right. Immediately screwdrivers out, trying to pry it open.
Comes out like a dream. You can crawl through if you want.
Oh, absolutely. So,
all right, you crawl through, and you find yourself in a train compartment, a Vermissian train compartment, and it's running, and you're like, "What the fuck? This can't be." But the thought of it is
library card.
Yeah, it is a library card, and there is, but there is a you turn around, you suddenly hear the sounds of violence behind you, and you see a human in a Vermissian employee uniform, a guard, beating a drow senseless, and he is dragging the drow, or pushing, shoving, and kicking the drow towards the door. This was they kicked off people who were stowaways, no matter how, especially if the train was running fast. But behind, on the other side of the car, you see a bunch of manuals on the table, unguarded.
So, how does this drow look?
Very poor, very badly beaten.
Very the deeply proletarian.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a memory. This place cannot be as it is. Probably I'm taking it.
Spam.
Oh, twist the knife, Ross.
Yeah. Knowledge is only good if it can benefit the common. Slinging the shield around and then diving in between the like the guard and the drow.
My precious fingers, I need them to think things.
You slam into a bookshelf. You're in the library. You hear a very loud phantom shh somewhere above you, in the air. You're back in the library.
Sorry. I probably wouldn't have been able to read those anyway.
Valanthe, what are you looking for?
Well, honestly, I'm walking in and looking around and trying to see my friends, realizing that they've all gone their separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
At which point I just reach into the coat, wake up the spider, pet Skitters a little bit, just, hey, buddy, do me a favor, just tie this web around each of them. You can find them, set him down, and then I'm going to go my own way over to this section on trees.
Okay.
Because I kind of feel like I need to read up on apples, because the last apple I found had way too many legs.
Okay. So you research. So discern plus occult.
And I have both of them. So that means, since I've got both the discern skill and occult, I roll 3d10, right?
You are correct. You don't need the roll.
Oop. There we go.
8. All right. So you find a book on the tree. So you start reading. What question are you trying to answer?
I'm mostly trying to learn about apples, trees.
Oh, right.
Just plants in general. Especially the heart-touched varieties of the apples, because, I mean, there's a world of difference between a red, bloody, delicious and a poison apple. The black one that just exudes that skull shape every time you try to bake it into a pie. Kills the princess every time she takes a bite out of it. The good kind of apples versus the bad.
So you do find out the location of a place you could go to, the Redcap Grove. Druids don't like the city above, so they wind up here in the city beneath, and this is like their territory. So but yeah, it is a wild place with rampant growth of flora and fauna, including a drug market with magic filled with magic mushrooms. But yeah, there's a lot.
Wait. Magic mushrooms or magic mushrooms?
Yes.
Hey, remember, the
Okay.
thing about mushrooms is that every mushroom is edible. Some of them exactly once.
So that would be
So
a great place to get an apple sapling, for example. Yeah.
Would there be some of these mushrooms, by the way, reading about this place, can I find a few of those mushrooms that would pair well with different kinds of flesh? Because if so, I'm going to jot a couple of notes, and I know which party member to find next.
Yes, but it's best to get a druid to help pick that. Although druids are very hard to work with. They really hate outsiders and technology. They do mention someone named Versival. He is, as long as you don't talk about the Vermissian or have any visible reminders of the Vermissian, he's usually pretty easily to get along with. So, yeah, that would be a contact, Versival, in the Red Cap Grove. If you can get past the guards, the border guards. But meanwhile, Zaradoth. What about him? What's his deal? What motivates him?
So, when Zaradoth in some ancient age past was cast out of this world, it was done in such a way that his or they, I guess their, I don't know, probably genderless cosmic entity, their name became mundane. It no longer has power of its own. And so the cult's sprawling plan is to re-empower it, which cannot be done directly through mystical sources, but instead they're attempting through various strange sort of mimetic seeding to get people within the heart to come up with the name Zaradoth themselves again as a name for some sort of like creepypasta-esque like folk story, so that Zaradoth can once again manifest under its own name, having escaped the bonds of whatever slew and cast it out in the first place.
Oh, yeah. So how is he going to do that, though? And how does it involve you? Which is
I don't know what part I play in it, but the cult itself is this is
well, that's what I'm saying. You can
directly,
only get the motives or the method or the motivation. You don't know anything about how he's going to do this.
Oh, okay, I see. You're leading the question that I will be following.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It was rhetorical. So, in order to see,
I knew that. I was testing you.
All right, touche. You're right. In order to do that, you'll have to think about that or see an opportunity.
Because it's a major beat.
It is a major beat. Certainly, destroying something important to your master. Well, you have a sense of what. You need more information. In order to do this, so
in order to like disrupt the sprawling invisible plan of a vaguely dead cult.
So at this time, all of you sort of coincidentally run into each other.
Oh,
Hey,
is everyone all right?
yeah.
Oh, I am wonderful. Rakk, you have to look. I found these ingredients. These are going to be wonderful.
Sure, they're gonna be great, dude. Seriously.
You okay? Your hands look weird.
Oh my goodness, that's a bad burn. Here, let me fix that.
Yeah, definitely go ahead with that. Don't go like, there's someone selling meat back there. Don't do that. There's cleanliness, and then there's whatever the hell that was.
Valanthe, you can give me a mend check.
Ooh, I also have mend. I can aid you if you would like.
Oh yes, please. I like being mended.
I need to practice. I only learned mending recently, probably by locking myself in my weird door again.
Is it a 2d10?
I guess you can use occult as well. I don't know what domains would account for this. I don't know what domain. Well, I guess curse because Tom's Rakk is a cleaver.
On the other hand, though, we are in a library, and it probably does have the right book on how to stitch.
Yeah. 8. I believe that's a D4 worth.
Well, it would be if it weren't for the fact that I also have the Surgeon's Kit, which gives me a D6.
Okay, we'll go and roll a D6 then. That is correct.
That is correct.
Yeah. Just see if it does it. Okay, so now it does it. Okay. You heal 1 blood echo, or you heal 1 blood stress there, Rakk.
Aww.
Yep. Well, it's better than nothing. So, yeah. Now you
Actually, it should be a D8, but
is it a D8?
It is.
Okay, go and roll a D8 then.
at this point, it's still probably a 1. Like,
if it is, it's going to be really funny. No, it's fine.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think that wipes all your blood stress.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has some salve, some aloe vera to those tender paws.
Use that one. It's got lavender in it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
fresh the thought, if I use lavender on him, he's going to smell like lavender for a week.
Well, I mean, it could also just be a kind of magic that smells like lavender to me because I now have some sort of mystical nausea.
by the way, Valanthe, you're getting a gnoll hug now.
Oh, that's a win.
So that concludes that scene. As we move on, the next major scene, I think. Well, I guess you all have some choice. Garanhon needs to meet Charlie's ticket taker.
Yes.
But also Rakk needs to go have his roof fight. Yeah.
Naturally.
And then probably, if you have time, we'll start the trip down to Redcap Grove. Yeah. Do you have a preference for which one you want to do first?
We can work with Rax first. Since
All right.
So
I mean, it has been building for a while.
Yeah. It is saps. So you all love saps.
Everybody loves
We
saps.
do.
We do.
How could we not?
Exactly. So the 4 of you head there. They've done some work to shore up the bottom floor and reinforce the basement. There's some wood scaffolding on. But otherwise it's the same as it was last time. The smell of blood and victory is in the air. Also cheap beer. Therese shows you the staircase leading up to the roof. Now your opponent is a high elf fencer. He has a rapier. He's very good at it.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah. I forgot if I gave him a name.
Did we get the time to mend to make the new gear for Rakk so that he actually has the really cool stuff to fight?
Oh yeah, we were gonna make him. Get out his outfit.
Okay, yeah, sure. You could also just buy a weapon for him. So here's the thing, though. For you, Rakk, you're only get your story beat if you kick him off there. If you just run him through, it's not really going to be much of an advance. But also, if you kick him off the roof, or use a gimmick weapon while you're, put yourself at a disadvantage, overcome his fencing ability, and then kick him off the roof. That's a good way to get a move named after you.
It is.
Or a drink.
Oh yeah, because if they land in the street, the people in the bar will see it.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta kick them on the bar side, Rakk.
So probably even before we get to the fight, you might want to think of your strategy. So what are you thinking, Rakk? How do you picture kicking a fencer off the roof of this building? How you had to get him back him against the wall, and then only when you back him against the edge are you going to have a shot at kicking him off. But how do you get him that? He has a very good weapon at stabbing. he loves to stab.
I think it needs to be some kind of weapon that can, kind of embed or capture his swords and make where he can't use them. But I have the leverage. I have the leverage over him.
Okay. There are these things called sword breakers. They're like custom daggers with it's like a
and notches in them. So.
Yeah, very, very wide notches to catch blades. Now, it's not perfect, but you could use that. Obviously, a sword breaker is not going to be very good at anything other than parrying. Basically, instead of fighting, you're going to be evading to maneuver him into range first.
I have evade. I have evade, too.
Okay, well, then you'll have to evade first in order to parry and dodge to force him into the place you want. Then you get to kick him.
But have them made out of bone.
Okay. So you're going to custom make your sword breaker yourself, or are you going to have one of your friends do it?
Look, I can definitely help with that. I can mend things.
Yeah, we can mend. So because we can mend, we can.
Okay,
we can make it.
We'll say it's a group effort. And so
I do have technology basis, so I can.
Okay,
got some bones lying around, right?
Oh, of course we do. We've got a Rakk.
Also, bone saw is totally ready.
Oh, good. I was going to ask about that.
Oh, right. So it's going to be a D4 kill weapon, but it has block on it. So you'll get a +1 blood protection with it, but that's it. And it's one-handed, so you don't have to worry about anything else. So that'll be it. So basically, someone can roll mend, and then the other person assists him. So you both take the same fallout or stress. And this will be probably supplies. Well, actually, you know what? If you want, you can provide the supplies there, Rakk, and take the hit. Or no, yeah.
Oh yeah, you could from his bone stash.
Yeah, basically.
I'll break into my bone collection.
Okay. So this will be supply stress as a potential fallout. Yeah, let's see here. Outis, why don't you roll, and Valanthe will be assisting, so you get an additional.
Okay, so I've got mend and technology. So is that work for this? Or?
Yeah, so you'll be rolling 4 dice.
Sweet. All right.
Where exactly did you get this femur? I don't think I've ever seen one that forks like that before.
That's not important right now.
Well, you also have to make high tensile glue or something like that to attach it, because it has to be. You have to make the notches, so it has to be multiple bones. Okay.
You know what? I've got the perfect thing for that. We're going to work in some of my saliva because it's sticky.
All right.
Don't look, or just nobody look. Pedipalps.
All right, with the critical, I will not give it unreliable, because even though it's made out of bone. So yeah, it's a regular piece of equipment. It is.
No, we used some of Valanthe's spit to harden the bone.
Yeah, so it's a D4 kill with block on it. So yeah, it's not very good at stabbing people, but it's actually a very good defensive weapon.
Yeah, but it looks sick as hell, though.
It does look sick as hell.
But I did totally watch Valanthe do that. I'm just gonna. Your fangs are adorable.
Oh, No one's ever said that.
Yeah, seriously, bone's not supposed to be this hard. This is wild.
You may ask, how did the bone get so hard?
Yep.
Fossilization.
So you have made that. So the way it works by default is actually you're going to have to make 2 evade checks before you get an opportunity to kick him. There's going to be a lot of dodging and shoving and blocking in order to get him right close to the edge. Now is there anything else you want to do before the fight, or you just want to, dive in, some kind of dive kick match?
Is it possible to get some kind of protection, temporary?
Oh, don't you still have that potion? What was it? What was that?
Yeah,
you do have the performance enhancing potion, which
but that'll make you have a seizure if you don't win fast enough.
Yeah. Like on the third round, it'll when you're ready
Oh,
to
no.
kick. I believe. Actually, I'll let you give you basically. You know what? On the third round, you have to make an endure check. And if you make it, you won't suffer any penalties. But if you fail, you'll take blood stress as your body starts seizing up. Yeah. So you cannot take protection other than your dagger because it's a fight. Like they want to see blood. If you're allowed to wear armor, then it's not very fun. Yeah.
It's not really a blood sport at that point. It's more of like a sparks. It's like a toku thing. It's
some
all
sort
just,
of like football.
But that makes it even more exciting. I don't see why you people.
I don't think that's
I don't get that.
Yeah. So, so are you ready to start the fight, Rakk?
Let's do that. Let's do this shit.
So it's of course quite dark, but only Rakk is allowed on the top. But all of you can watch on the floor below. They have special mirrors and magic to allow you to see the fight. And you can also the floor of the roof, or basically the ceiling of the building has been made with high grade protective glass, so you can actually just look up and see them fighting right above you. Aside from a narrow platform, there's like a narrow stairway leading up. But yeah, there's a small railing, but it is easy to there is a railing around the edge, but it's easy to kick people off of it. Well, not easy, but it's possible. But yeah, so
manage it.
Yeah. So the fencer salutes to you. He says nothing otherwise. He does the whole point, blade in front of the face and whoosh. Do you copy his gesture there, Rakk, or?
Yeah, I'll be nice.
Okay, you'll be nice to the guy you're trying to kill.
Hey, just because I have to kill this guy doesn't mean I can't be civil.
Okay.
Yeah, he knew what this was.
All right. Let's see here. So obviously this is evade. Let's see, what domains do you have?
I have delve, desolate, warren, kill.
Oh, you have Warren?
Yeah.
Warren definitely applies. You're fighting on a roof, like narrow, unstable conditions.
And evade.
So yeah, you get to roll 3 dice.
By the way, I am going to be putting a wager down on Rakk to win.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's see here. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is not going well for you. As he cuts you. And he has a very sharp sword. He's going to roll. It is only a 2d6 sword, but it has brutal on it, so he gets to roll 2, keep the higher of the 2. So there's going to be 5 blood stress. As you are partially run. Where does it hit you?
Let's do thigh.
All right. So it lances your thigh, opening a nasty gash on the outer edge. Your rivulets of blood start trickling down. Now by the way, they also have like little gutters on the floor, so the blood doesn't like obscure your vision too much. Magic is cool. Unfortunately, and you will take fallout from that.
God damn it, Ross.
We talked about this.
This is like we should scroll up and see how many times Ross has rolled a 1 on these.
It's minor though. It's minor.
Yeah.
Oh, you do actually only take 4, remember, because you have blood 1 protection.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. Well, I would say limping actually comes to mind. All checks involve rapid or stealthy movement become risky. So evading definitely counts as that. Now, yeah. Now here's the thing. Someone with any kind of magical ability can interfere with the fight and assist. For example, Valanthe, you could throw skitters up there. But that would mean you would be risking stress as well, because that's how assisting works. You take the same thing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, wait, that doesn't work for Fallout. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, baby. Shh, listen careful. I'm going to need you to do me a favor. I'm going to need you to go. Daddy needs you to be a good boy. Be a stealthy boy. Go.
Okay. So you send Skitters up to untie the fencer's boots, essentially.
Oh no.
Oh.
Not that. Basically, he's going to crawl up Rack's back and spit on Rack's leg.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm going to try to.
Oh.
I'm going to try to
Stop
bend
bleeding.
at a distance.
Okay. That'll still, that's not going to be like Mindy, but they'll basically give him an assist die. So Rakk, you can roll 4d10, but you will be dropping your highest one.
Well, let's freaking do this.
Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, I'll give you an option.
What's that?
You can treat this actually as a success in terms of pushing him towards it if you take double stress. So,
Ooh.
No, I think I'll just go with the 4d10. Thank
okay,
you.
all right.
What the shit?
Oh my god.
What the actual shit?
Rakk is going to die.
Tom,
Yeah.
I really don't want you to take this the wrong way, but finally.
Oh no,
listeners, I would like you to know
yeah.
that Tom rolled a 4, a 1, a 1, and what's that fourth one?
A one.
It's another 1.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the one.
So that is four blood stress for both of you, Rakk
That's
and
okay.
Valanthe. Yep. And let's see here. Yeah, that would have worked either way. So yeah, more fallout.
Oh.
For more fallout for Tom. So Tom resets it again.
no.
I just need to have this ability open.
No.
Let's see here. People are screaming though. They're really
Yeah. Ross, by the way,
yeah.
audience, Ross rolled a 4 on the stress, so hitting it exactly.
Yeah. You're bleeding again. At the end of the scene, you'll take D4 blood fall stress until you're healed, which obviously Valanthe can do. So yeah, you can go ahead and roll again.
Yeah, why don't we just freaking do that?
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Oh,
There we go.
Yep, an 8. So you manage to start pushing him to the edge. You start wedging him in. You actually start catching his rhythm, and catching his blade with yours. He's having to retreat for the first time in the fight. And Skitters is definitely helping. Nobody really questions it because Valanthe is, spitting. You can taste blood in your mouth, Valanthe, due to the psychic feedback. So, yeah, you can roll again. 8 means you don't have to take any fallout, or stress.
We're having fun.
You're a cleaver. This is what you love. Just blood and blood and blood. Oh no. So unfortunately, he counterattacks for 2d6. And
okay.
only 2
Not as bad.
because he gets to pick the higher of the
Now
two.
watch.
No fallout this time. So you just take stress. First time.
Well, I still moved him once. So.
You moved him once. Yeah, you're holding your ground. You're not retreating. So yeah. Go ahead and roll again. Yeah.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you run onto his sword, but you've got him on the edge. You have him on the railing, primed to be kicked. That's going to be 4 stress for you, so that puts you at 6. But yeah,
Roll high. Oh,
yeah, you're fine.
it's turning around. It's
Yeah.
turning around.
Yeah. Now it's kill.
I
I'm
know that.
chant now.
Yeah.
And I know that just as well.
Yeah, and all you have to do is you don't have to roll damage. If you succeed on a kill check, you will kick him off.
All right, here we go.
Rack.
Hey, that's technically a success.
It is a success. He will get one last shot at you. Basically,
Hell's hard, I stab it, baby.
he nicks you 2 1s, which are absorbed. You block him with your sword breaker.
And right at the moment I go, like, don't worry. It's not the fall. It's the sudden stop at the bottom.
All right.
I say that loud enough to be heard.
Oh yeah. So he's no. As Rakk triumphant, covered in over a dozen major cuts, just pouring blood onto the ground.
I'm gonna look at the crowd and I'll just get a big handful of my own blood.
Oh wait, it's the end. Go ahead.
And then just streak it across my face in triumph.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the immortal Rakk.
Unfortunately, you take fallout. This minor fallout from the bleeding. So one more fallout. So you're bleeding, you're limping, and let's see here. You know what? I'll say you know what? Your sword breaker is knocked out of your hand and goes flying into the street below, where one of the passerbys grabs it. So that was your fallout. So you don't take,
I'll just go, keep it as a souvenir. Bring it to me later. I'll autograph it.
All right. So you're limping and bleeding. Valanthe, you can give him a mending check, and you can stop the bleeding.
This will be necessary, I'm sure.
Oh, crit! Yeah,
crit.
Damn.
So yeah, you're
I'm actually going I'm not going to lie. This does hurt somewhat.
All right. So no, you're just limping now, Tom. Rakk.
Hey, me too. Yeah. I still haven't cleared my limp from before.
Yeah. No.
By the way, I'm actually gonna just pick up Skitters like thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody loves a mascot.
Everybody does. Who doesn't want a spider spitting on you as you fight? On your own.
Memorable.
That's glorious.
Who's the cutest little fuzzy? Oh. Pet.
So yeah, the Oh, by the way, Garanhon, you're there at the restaurant. At the VIP club watching this fight. And there is a fight promoter there. Is like, oh wow, huh? Well, that's pretty great, actually. That was a hell of a fight. So you're talking to him as the fight's going on. It's like, oh.
No, my friend is incredibly talented. So in the ways of combat.
Oh yeah,
and ripping things apart, apparently, or sorry, pugilism. Form pugilism.
What does he like to drink?
Broadly defined.
What does Rakk like? What does your boy like to drink?
I always. Can I make a roll to actually know this?
No, it's role playing. You just like
okay, I just want to make sure. So,
game of the imagination.
Well, if I'm being honest, the only thing I've seen him actually enjoying is blood of certain times. So
blood. Okay. Well, we have some red wine. We can mix in. Does he like savory things, sweet things?
Mostly raw. If I saw before right now, if he can get it right now. We've had a little bit of a cooking issue right now where some of the seasoning seems to be a bit much for him, but just what he can get.
Okay. Because the thing is, our bar, we always do a lot of sales if we can come up with a gimmick drink of the month named after one of the fighters if they have a good fight. So I'm trying to think of like what that could be. So thinking something bloody. So something with the red wine. Maybe we put a bit of raw meat in it to flavor it.
There you go.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think I should call it?
Oh, I would call this stained Merlot.
The exsanguinator.
Rakk's Merlot.
No.
Yeah.
Or the exsanguinator.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay, here's what you do. We're going to put it in a snifter glass. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's red wine, snifter glass. There's a slice of bacon rind on the outside of it. A little bit of rum in it, and we're going to call it the Wrecking Ball.
The Racking Ball.
The Racking Ball.
All right, so you get your friend here. I'll make one up. get your friend to like, this is my favorite drink, and endorse it. And yeah.
But what would be the remuneration for us, though?
Oh, I'll get y'all a cut. You know.
Okay. No, we'll make it too. Although I smell it. How bad does it smell?
Oh, he's trying to get rid of some cheap bad wine. Like this is like he's pushing this stuff that doesn't move on its own. Like it's marketing, man. Like
okay, use extra bacon grease. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. No, I will. I'll go down. I will go down there. Although before I do, could I make a discern warrens check to see if there's anything I could add to this to make it more palatable?
Well, I mean, just to get racked. Well, you could. You don't have to make a check. What do you think would do it? Like, you don't, yeah.
So at least it's just he's smelling on there. Try not to do the horrible option of like, what version of putting antifreeze in this wine would make it?
Oh,
better?
yeah. So, no, actually, as a Vermissian, you know well about all kinds of turlet wines, and making a hooch from illicit substances or engineering products. There's some chemical there's some engine degreaser.
You gotta use every part of the industrial runoff.
Exactly.
Oh, you had to do this. So.
Yeah, that's what you. Of course, that's your instinct. Yeah. Put some degreaser in it. That'll really help it.
I'm actually going to pull it out, but I'm going to give it to a side because I will give Rakk the option. So I'll head down to the fight ring to present that to him.
Okay.
Up to the fight ring, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Rakk comes down from the roof to the VIP club. Everyone's like, "Yeah, great!
Glad you survived."
So,
hey, so apparently we have a particular business deal where we might get some more money if you were to drink this. Now, I don't know. It's like this is really low stock with raw meat. If you think you're gonna like it, that's fine. But I don't think it's good. I can try to make it more spicy with the particular radium degreaser, but I don't know what the effects are.
Here, let me try it, and I'll tell you what I think.
All right.
Please don't vomit in front of him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and chug it.
Yeah. Give me an endure check.
Oh.
I'm just back down to 3 dice now, right?
Yeah. No one can assist you on this.
Fair enough.
Well, do you have the endure skill trained?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah.
Not good.
It's going to be D4 mind stress to finish this as you sniff it. Do you dare you drink it?
Just like I actually, yeah. Oh, God! Just the scent of this alone is disgusting.
Nah, put the degreaser in. That'll fix it.
Yeah. Okay. Put the thing in.
Okay. You can give me another endure check.
9.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
That really takes the edge off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's what it needed.
Yeah. So yeah, they
engine coolant. Who knew?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Garanhon, you're getting a gnoll hug now too.
Okay.
Everyone gets a D6. Actually, they for Rakk, for you, they'll treat your injury, so that's your payment. Is they'll fix your legs. Yeah.
Totally fine, thank you. I did this mainly for fun.
Yeah. But
can we try and get a sweeter deal out of them by offering them the secret ingredient that makes it palatable, so it'll sell better.
Yeah,
sweet radium.
Do you want to sell your engine degreaser, your radium engine degreaser?
Well, the only problem is I don't know if it'll. I feel like that might be worse because I don't know what the effects are going to be on others. So
deliciousness is the effect.
Yeah, it's going to be delicious.
Do you want Rakk to be associated with a bad drink?
I don't want us to be associated with sentient colon. That happened twice.
Oh, come on. Who doesn't need a little more sentience in their life?
No, when the colon decides that it's going to be used and not you.
Oh, what? You have perfect control over yours?
Not since the event.
Look at me. I've got perfect control over all of my body's autonomous functions.
That rules.
Dick.
Colons are people too.
Technically, according to the ruling last week, yes.
They're not now, but if you drink enough of the racking ball, the recipe version, they can upcharge for it. We can get a cut.
That's I feel
Look, I'm
not
saying,
good about this.
saying, train stations need money in order to be built.
Are you? It's up to you, Garanhon. What?
Yeah, I mean, all I'm doing is making arguments. It's up to you.
I know. So he'll push us on here right now. I won't have anything else to do with it. I can't. So sorry.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. You'll get D6 coin Haven resources for pushing the drink onto the crowd, as they obviously are moving all their very old red wine stock through this, and emptying out some grease traps in the kitchen to meet up with demand. But yeah, it lacks that special zing that only engine degreaser, Vermissian engine degreaser can give. So do you spend the rest of the night carousing with the crowd, or is it just back to the halfway house to rest and recover until the next day? Carousing.
I mean, he's the champion.
You heard the champion.
All right.
And while we're carousing, I will make sure to collect my wager. I did bet on him to win.
Oh, you did.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, you'll get an extra D6 Haven resource. Yeah, I didn't really give you any stress for that. I should have given you more stress for mind. For like, oh god, he's gonna lose the fight, especially those first couple rolls. But
hey, I trust in Rakk.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because we have a bond, I will have you know. He and I have been through some shit together already, and I already know that he was going to win. As a matter of fact, the elf made the mistake early on, and I will tell this over every drink that they buy me. The second that they started to bloody Rakk, that was the big mistake there. Because once he gets a little bit of bloodlust in his face, that means he's going to win.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. In that case, Valanthe, where do you wind up in the night as the carousing goes on? There's you could stay up with the VIPs, drinking and rubbing elbows. You could leave with one of the guests, or you could go downstairs and see the cheap seat fights, and the more blue collar, or wind up somewhere else entirely.
Well, I'll tell you this much: as the night goes on, I am going to get more. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to become more cape-like, because I won't be able to stand up on my own, and I will just kind of have to drape around whoever happens to be closest.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Rakk.
All right.
With a drink in one hand,
mm-hmm.
and the other hand holding on to whichever party member happens to be closest. Like, if Rakk needs to pass me off, it's like, which way is Outis? I haven't seen Outis in a couple of minutes here.
All right.
There he is.
Speaking of that, Outis, are you going to go downstairs and say hi to Therese? Or are you staying up with the...
Yeah, actually, I was going to, as soon as possible, I'll say hi to her on the way down, but I'm going to try and sneak down to street level fast enough to get some pieces of the loser as a souvenir for Rakk.
All right. Yeah, there's nothing that you could use as a resource or anything, but there's certainly parts that are left.
Yeah. No, I don't. It's sentimental value.
Oh, sure.
He rallied the hell out of that fight.
Yeah. What part do you find for Rakk?
Let's see.
Could be a part of the sword or part of him.
No. Can it be the like some remains of the hand that was gripping the sword?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna collect those up in a little like, I don't know, small canvas bag I have in one of my pockets. Be like, oh yeah, this would be great. I'll give it to him when he sobers up. It'll be a nice little thing.
Okay. Very good. Rakk, what about you? Are you the Blue Bloods are very impressed with you and love to hear stories of the hunt and killing and other.
I'm going to regale them with tales of blood and violence and meat.
Okay, yeah, no, they love it. That's why they're here. They're like any good sap. They love blood.
Like, let me tell you, do you have any idea how delicious the jelly inside of an eyeball is when you add it to a soup? It's divine.
Nice. And
Don't knock it till you try it. Hype
It's
man.
a literal humorous anecdote
yeah,
Oh.
because of what the stuff is called.
yeah.
The vitreous humor.
I see what you're doing there.
Because eyes see things.
Yeah. So as the night progresses, Garahon, is Charlize there? Taker?
Yes, so I was hoping that she would be, so, as I was told to meet her, at least at this point, so just kind of sitting at the assigned table that I was told to, looking around.
Yeah, she's there. She's you at least associate with a good fighter, if nothing else.
So I have a lot of strange companions, but they serve me well. There's no that's like way I would have been able to even attempt something like extracting the vending machine. It's like the vendomat, if at all possible, without them.
Of course. So you're still on the turnstile, I take it.
Yes. So I still have a high suspicion that it can open paths that we have not been able to travel before.
Oh, of course.
Or at least that's like, or even more importantly, stations that we have not been able to find before.
Yes, that's true. I'll tell you this. The turnstile was an information node more than anything else. So it needs information to really act properly. Of course, the only way it can get information normally would be plugged in its assigned spot, of course, in a Vermissian station. But if you don't want to take it there, there's no guarantee. I mean, I have no idea what the state of repair your turnstile is in. You would need to get information from a train. To be honest, I've seen some unusual activity at a station. I'd really like you to check it out.
Certainly. So if nothing else, which station?
Oh, it's one that not many people know about. But I can give you directions. Well, I'll give you a guide to help you. If that's not a problem.
That should be fine. So if do you feel like is it hard to find with normal delving abilities?
It is a bit out of the way. It is a bit subtle. I've also placed a few deterrents to keep. I know it's not really my station, but I've don't really like others intruding on it. So I've set up a few things to dissuade vandals and others who would not appreciate it.
So this is a partner keeping track on a trove in this case.
Yes, it's much too large to move to a safe location, but if I could, I would. But I can't, so here we are. But if you can plug in, if you can build a computational box, then you could get all the information you need, and then you could feed it into your turnstile, and then you would be in a much better position. What were you really after anyway? The turnstile's not really... It's an amusing secret, but that's someone with your ability. You must have greater ambitions than simply repairing a machine.
Taking a couple drinks and just looking around. I'm pursuing the conductor.
Oh.
So I know this is something of a child's tale, and really others don't even think that that's like any of the line of conductors existed, but I'm certain right now that that there has to be some remnant of him somewhere. If not a chronicle of his information, and that would be the key to restoring even at least part of the Vermissian to our use to create a new station.
Well, I mean, to create a new station may be a little beyond. Well, the conductor was really protective of the train stations that were out there.
No, I'm fully aware of this being that, and but I feel right now that if I could either, if he is still alive, if that's even possible,
well,
maybe that's like he would, and seeing the others like myself, the knights who keep the traditions, it's like that might change his mind.
Maybe, but I'll say this, you're not alone in believing the conductor may be real, or may be alive. In fact, I would say I've seen some evidence that would support that. I'm not conclusive, but the signs that I've seen lately is certain elements of the train network are activating. Almost as though an intelligence was guiding them. And my reading of these signs is that this intelligence is concerned about the train network. That they perceive a threat to the train network, and that they are working to protect the network from this threat. And that is very concerning to me, as it should to you. So I believe getting more information, and while my train station is relatively safe and relatively secret, you should know as well as anyone that no station is truly safe to visit. So I can have my guide take you there, and you can get information and then bring it back to me. Share it. I mean, obviously, we'll both have access to it. And we'll both proffer, and we can both figure out what's going on.
So, honestly, I think that would be even better. It's a better benefit to all of us. So, I know as much as my kind sometimes it's like covets that information. If we share more, that's like nothing else. That's like may gain a greater understanding of everything.
Right, but we need to keep this only to people you trust, because there is a threat to the train network. We don't know what it is. We don't know where or who is working for it.
So, well, I can let you know that my companions are trustworthy.
They may be trustworthy, but loose lips sink ships.
And trust me, their lips are far more concerned with that's like other activities. Looking back down at that's like Rakk and seeing if he's still trying to choke back the drink.
Yeah, I have the drink. I'm using your engine degreaser stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's great.
So it's delicious.
Actually, looking at it's like, oh no, you're not supposed to drink that straight.
like I'm not. It's mixed in the drink. I'm not a savage.
Yeah, he's pouring it in there. He's just spiking his own. You can spike alcoholic drinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Degreaser can do anything. No. Mm-hmm.
But no, they are. It's again, I would not be standing here from the other issues. From that's like being able to give accept this offer if were not for them.
Mm-hmm. So, so you get that. The guide, so you, how do you spend the rest of the night after the meeting, there, Garanhon? So, yeah, Charlize leaves. She says the guide will meet you, will contact you at the halfway house soon.
Okay.
But how do you spend the rest of the night?
I assume trying to prevent, that's like Rakk from having his stomach pumped.
Okay.
Although actually I do take that back, because did I still have like one ticket available, or did I use that on the okay.
Yeah, she demonstrated the power of the ticket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
so you have your own ticket. Yeah, you could use it on the turnstile.
Okay. So I will think about that. Excuse me. But I'll go back with the others and just kind of let them know about that's like the situation and what we might want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you all eventually find yourselves waking up at Halfway House. Do you remember coming home last night, Outis?
Yes.
Okay. You're very certain about that?
I mean, I was.
All right.
Should I doubt?
Rakk, what about you? Do you remember getting home last night?
Oh, I remember everything.
Okay. Valanthe.
I remember everything, and it tastes very degreased.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing like it.
Fortunately, the degreaser had that lovely effect of coating his stomach, so he didn't absorb any of the alcohol, unlike the rest of us. I don't remember shit. Like, I am waking up in a drawer
Mm-hmm.
in the kitchen that Rakk decided to put me in so that I could sleep. I don't know how I
Valanthe
managed
wakes
to
up like
fit.
3 times.
Yeah, you notice your belt's been tied to the shelf so that you wouldn't sleepwalk off the edge. So yeah, you've been tied down.
That's just good safety procedure.
Yeah, no, this
Yes,
is
that was. And that's what tells me immediately that it was Rakk that put me to bed because I'm still fully dressed.
yeah. Who? Yeah.
Or never take advantage of a friend.
One of you had a guess that that's where you learned that lesson that anytime you sleep drunk in this house, you have to tie yourself to something. So who had a guess? Was it you, Otis? Did you bring a guest over?
I don't really have that many friends.
Okay. It must have been one of Garanhon's friends. Who was it? Do you remember?
So that was that was Wendell.
Wendell, yeah.
And Wendell is another Vermissian knight like myself, but has more of a perchance to the issue with Wendell is that he tended to try to take things that he think could create a motorized horse.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense. Just a pure multi-legged creature that would convey him through the Vermissian. And the last time he did that, we had chained up Valanthe because of the last incident, and they took the radiator. And we had to chase him down 5 blocks to make sure that we could unchain Valanthe from it, who was completely unaware of the situation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, rest in peace, Wendell. He is disappeared. He got really drunk. Also an engine degreaser.
See, that's why you got to listen to Frederick's warnings. The guy who definitely died when the house swallowed him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a constant thing. So.
Hey, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
So
it's okay. Frederick brings it up all the time when he starts ranting over at the sidewalk. The dead guy.
Oh yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, remember Frederick? The guy the house swallowed.
The guy the house swallowed me. Beware. He's pretty reliable most mornings as an alarm clock. Most mornings.
Today I wish he would just shut up or bring coffee.
Yeah,
One of the two.
I'm waking up early so that I can make some undercooked breakfast and present Rakk with his trophy fingers.
Oh yeah. Do you like them,
I will
Rakk?
cherish them always.
Oh, very wholesome.
I'm like 80% sure they're from the hand that was holding the sword, but it is a little hard to tell. I am not an expert.
Unfortunately, I am, and those are indeed.
Yeah, I'll sniff them.
Yeah. Yeah, they sure. Smells like. I mean, you think you're pretty sure.
Well, dude, I was close to that guy.
Yeah.
And then really far away.
Yeah.
Within a very short time frame.
He had to leave.
Yeah. Well, that fight, your scent was a little clogged by all of your own blood. So
I like the smell of my own blood.
Yeah, but it's pretty strong, so you couldn't. But yeah, you're pretty sure it's fine. It's him. So there are 2 places you can delve to. One, the guide shows up pretty quickly, actually, and it is the human man of indeterminate age. He is dressed in layer upon layer of animal fur with long horns sticking out of the hood that covers his head.
Man.
Yeah, he
is this the Hearts version of Bear Guy?
He is the yak. You've actually seen him. He is the Yak Man.
Oh wow, Yak Man came into the city. That's pretty rare.
Yeah, he must be being paid pretty well. Yeah. He.
You have to make him talk like the Bear Man.
Yeah. He's definitely he is able to take you near the train station, Charlize's train station. So you can do that. There's also the Red Cap Grove. which is a place where Valanthe can get his tree sapling, and you can buy drugs if you want to, and learn all kinds of ancient lore from the druids if they let you in, or if you sneak through by them. Probably don't want to fight them. There's a lot of them there. Which one do you want to head to first? Or you could try and make a circuit of both of them.
I think it's possible to hit both if we time it right, although I'm sure that if we hit the druids first, there will be carousing.
That's true. So maybe the train station first.
Okay, so that would be fine. So
okay.
The Yak Man's already here. I feel like it would be rude.
So your first delve to reach the train station is actually going to be Resistance 9, and you are moving through a cursed region. This is a Fallout. Well, it's magical toxic waste. There's a lot of alchemist shops and wizards and other people who use magic near Derelictus, and their waste has to go somewhere. And basically, it's a long-running gully where various ever-flowing cauldrons and other artifacts have been dumped and spewed out noxious things. The Yak Man can wrap some mask around his face and says, "No one can follow us this way. Charlize wants us to go this way because it's can't be tracked. The ground." Ground doesn't hold tracks. Something about it just resets. It's kind of like a sponge. When you step in and step out, it just...
Memory moss.
Yeah, memory moss, essentially. Yeah, memory moss.
Ooh, can we cut some of that up and like use it to make pillows?
Mm-hmm.
No, they don't do that too, because the spores will start growing into your lungs, and then they take the good form, and that's how you get moss clones.
All right, yeah, lungs are important. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem, though. Some people did that. Some moss clones, they're lurking around everywhere here. So someone needs to give me a delve check, and if whoever's doing that, one person can assist them. So,
I do have delve now, but I don't think I have the relevant domain. So,
yeah, does anybody else have cursed?
I do.
Okay, so if you can assist me, I will make our delve check.
Okay, I'll assist you.
Okay. Give me 3d10.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been able to map this right now. So you actually need to look at not just, again, where the spores are floating, but the bioluminescence of which they're showing. No, nothing.
Or no.
No, it's a 6.
Oh, 6. So okay, yeah, sorry.
6
to succeed with stress.
Sorry,
with
yeah,
stress.
just barely.
Yep. So this is going to be D4 stress to both of echo stress to you and to Rakk. Just one for both of you.
And I absorb it, so I'm good.
Oh wait, Ross got to roll the thing where he rolls a 1 on a D12.
Yep. For Rakk there. No.
Hey.
Rakk, did you have any other echo stress from this? Somebody I think I rolled for.
Did yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it does.
How much echo stress do you have right now?
I believe it was 3.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
So you take an echo fallout. So go ahead and wipe that. Yeah, all this toxic waste here is pretty bad.
Don't worry, it's not toxic in a literal chemical way. It's toxic in an abstract mystical way. Totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Worth it.
Yeah, you won't get cancer. You'll get soul cancer.
Okay, yeah. Deja vu, immediate ongoing. Basically, if you fail again, you start noticing the heart is reading your past and your heart, Tom, your soul, and it's making moss clones out of your victims, the things that you've hunted and killed in the past. No,
it's the worst possible version of them. Vegetables.
Yeah, because they're moss. So basically, if you fail any delve checks, you will you have to fight them. But you did succeed, so you can roll what is it, a d6 on your delve equipment, Aaron? Garanhon?
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll d6. This is the total resistance of this part is 9.
Okay.
So this will be
man. Oof.
Yeah. It's a longer one. 2.
2.
So you're down to 7. You're continuing along. Go and give me another check.
All right. Do you want to help again, Rakk, or are you willing to risk more clones?
I think I'm fine. You do you for.
All right. So that's fine. So we'll make sure.
I have delve, but I don't have a relevant domain unless.
Yeah.
You just need delve. You just need anything to get the assist die.
Oh, I thought you had to have the relevant domain to assist.
No, the skill would work too. Actually, technically, it doesn't matter. It's just if you assist in a way. The main thing is you're taking the same fallout or the same stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I just invented that in my head for some reason. Yeah, I'll help.
Okay. Cool. So, all right, 3d10, please be better. 6 though, still a success, but risky. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry, Outis.
Yep. More D4 blood fallout, or sorry, echo fallout, as this is just a mutated place. 4.
So I'll take at least 2.
Yeah.
And I will take 4.
This is for Aaron. So nothing for Aaron, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is for
I only have 2, so
yeah. And you're both fine. So
hey.
Yeah. Go and roll your d6.
All right. Better.
All right.
Okay, so we're making mild improvements.
Yeah, you only have 4 left on this.
Yeah.
Now at this point, it's getting thick. The fumes are very strong, so someone can give me. One person can make a discern check to subtract d4 from this. Instead
I know how to discern things.
Okay.
Where is my? I think. Yeah, I can discern things.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But what domain are we in right now?
It's still cursed. It's the same one.
Cursed. Okay, so yeah, just
cursed.
2d10 then. Mm-hmm. Come on, thingy. Oh, well, I rolled a 1 and a 10. That rules.
Good thing it's a standard.
Oh my god.
So that's going to be d6 on the delve. So go and roll.
All right. Gotcha.
Well, no, Outis is rolling.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
3.
So you 2 left. You've spotted the right path. You're getting closer and closer. Just one more delve check, and I'll even if you roll 1 on your actual delve roll.
Oh my god! So, all right. So I'll just do this without help since I don't want to risk anybody else's.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We're a team.
Oh, again, barely scraping by, but I'm doing it.
Yep, you're taking D4 echo as you're just inhaling fumes and
spores and
you're stepping into noxious chemical piles or ponds.
You really just gotta huff them and like get used
puddles.
To it. That's
yeah.
Jesus,
but only 2 again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have protection. I keep forgetting.
And I'm good. So
yeah, you're fine.
Ross rolls a 12.
Yeah, you're just slightly mutated.
Just going through my rebreather. It's like, see, we're fine. I've learned to filter this out years ago.
As you leave the gully, Rakk, you're the last one to leave. You see something moving in the mist that looks shaped like one of the things you've killed in the past, but it's made of moss. What is it? What does it look like?
It is a. It's a giant, hard contaminated deer that looks. It's like a deer crossed with a praying mantis.
Oh shit, a deer, but it's fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does its mossy form look tragically sad like that giant in Hellboy 2?
Oh, very much so. Very just the most tragic. And you see the mantis deer in the mist, and as it disappears, and you find yourself at a locked gate. Yakman says, "This is where I'll wait for you here. I can do some. I'm gonna get some yak hides. I gotta go talk to somebody. But this here key will unlock the door. Be sure to lock it in, otherwise trespassers come in after you. Don't lose the key, or you'll be trapped in there. Yeah.
No, I'll absolutely do that. So thank you so much for your help, and sir, it's an honor just to be able to follow in your footsteps.
Oh, wait, actually, before you go, Yakman, are you holding?
Yeah, maybe. What do you want to trade?
I mean, I got a little bit of coin, but yeah, you don't like coin, do you? Damn. Let me see. Pat my pockets here. Oh wait, I can just roll for like supplies if I want to trade with them, right?
Yeah. You can just take some supply damage, stress, essentially, and get something
Excellent.
from. Yeah.
I will dig out of my pockets. Actually, I got a couple of vessels that I've been collecting that are very very sturdy. It looks like glass, but I've actually been at this point trying to break it, and it's not working great. So I'll give him some of some weird vials that I found that I've been failing at breaking.
All right, you take 4 supply stress.
Sweet.
And unfortunately, that's going to fuck up your supplies somehow.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh, do I wipe it then?
Yeah, you do wipe it. Do you have any healing items?
I do not.
Okay. Let's see here. I will say, you run out. Actually, those vials were your lamp oil. You have darkness now. All delve or discern checks you make become risky. Another party member can remove this by marking D6 stress to supplies. So somebody can loan you oil, but otherwise, discern and delve are risky to you.
Fair enough. And I'll take non-specific weird drugs.
Yeah. D8 wild resources. Yeah. Occult. No, yeah, wild occult. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. D8 wild occult drugs. Excellent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I might need these later.
You might need those, yeah. So, Garanhon, I assume you're keeping the key. It is a shiny brass key.
Yes. So yeah. I am, trying to keeping on that with a death lock to make sure that I can return it. So,
yeah, definitely. I assume, yeah, you definitely that won't be something that happens if you get fallout of some kind. So yeah, why would I do that? So you open the gate. It is a narrow corridor. You're not familiar with this train station. Each train station was laid out differently. Each had its own surprises and unique design features. And yeah,
waving everybody else in quickly and locking it behind us.
Okay, you do so. And I assume you're going in first.
Oh, absolutely. So one, to see what's in there, but also realizing that the others don't know what dangers might be in here.
Okay.
So we can list.
So you continue onward. It takes a right turn, then a left turn, then goes down, and then goes back up at an angle, and then opens up to a large chamber with a large vault door. And then there's a large a script vaguely familiar. It's there. Well, the symbols are, you recognize that's Vermissian, or that's the design, but you don't recognize what they are. There's some kind of warning symbols, but you're not sure what. You haven't seen them before. So there's some.
Could I make a discern technology check to see if it might be familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And no follow for this because you're just trying to figure something out. Yeah.
Okay. 6 made it.
Okay. You've heard of this. Someone told you about this. They had a couple of stations that had experimental gravity redirection technology.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So there are areas that we may not be able to stay steady on the ground. Does it actually have directions pointing up to where like the center of gravity is going to be?
No, it's like beyond this point. gravity redirection technology is deployed beyond this door. And of course,
Okay.
there's a panel to open the door. So I assume you're trying to open the door. Yeah.
Yeah. So at least looking at the panel, is there any particular? Is it just a button entryway, or is there a pad or something?
It looks
else
like
that we have to
someone's
use?
been working on the panel for a bit.
So, like, is it completely broken down, or does it seem like it's in a state of like a half repair?
So you're not really sure, and it looks like somebody was maybe. Well, as you're thinking this, Rakk, you can go ahead and give me a discern check, because I assume you're on the lookout for
I don't see anything.
All right.
Question.
Yeah.
So when I picked up Mark of Hunger, I can smell sources of magical power. Do I smell anything interesting?
Oh yeah, you know what you do. So there's another you smell. I don't know what Vermissian magic and technology smell like to you.
Malt and rich tannins.
Oh right, yeah. You smell like rancid rich tannins, like something that's gone.
Somebody spill a beer like 100 years ago.
Yeah. And a signal box cultist comes out of the walls, or out of a hidden alcove that you didn't notice. With him is a
guys, listen. I smell something.
Yeah. Is a gnoll bodyguard, and they actually two gnoll bodyguards. Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh, good. There's two. Because for a second I was afraid it was mirror universe versions of Rakk and.
You're right. No human being would stack books like that.
Thank you.
We are the wretched Galvanic. We lay claim to this station and all its resources. We are do not permit you to enter, and you must give us all of your technology, or you shall die. Undress now, and I shall be merciful.
Wait, you'll kill us, or we'll just die of natural causes?
While he's talking, I'm hidden.
Okay.
I would let you know that the Treaty of Valves clearly states that all stations are the purview of the Vermissian Knights first and all others second.
We recognize not the authority. We are the true heirs of this technology, of these sacred places. We read the signals. We read the network. We are one with the network on a level beyond your mere understanding. The signal belongs to us!
I don't strip for anyone.
Yeah.
So I would say that the panel on that other door seems to disagree with you. Though if you would like us to be able to help on there, we might come to an understanding. Because we do need
set it like that to prevent people from trespassing. I have been beyond those doors, and I can at any time, but I shall not, because it is my private domain. I was meditating when you intruded on me.
Oh yeah, that sounds like what someone who couldn't get through those doors would say to cover.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. It's like,
I mean, discern Warren maybe, since we have kobolds, to see if he's lying.
I mean, does it matter? Like, he's not.
Okay.
Yeah, like he wants you to either leave or give him everything. Actually, no, he wants you to give him everything, and he won't kill you. Like. These people are violently opposed
so
to
it was a threat.
Yeah, it was definitely a threat. He is threatening you. Yeah, so
You just have.
What an asshole.
yeah.
Yeah.
Valanthe, if you want to make a stealth check, you can try to sneak up on them again. Sneak, sorry, not stealth. This is obviously technology domain, so
Yeah.
unfortunately, one of the gnolls has a keen nose and detects you and lashes out at you, Valanthe, for D6 What do they do? No incursions. Yeah, hits you with a hook. For 4 blood. Blood.
And bits of sick.
And you're fine, though. And I would imagine combat is joined. There are 2 gnoll cultists. Well, there's the lead human cultist and 2 gnoll cultists. They're all cultists. Yeah.
Dare you?
Do you want to respond first, Valanthe?
Yes.
Okay.
Shifting.
Okay. You shift into it. So the gnoll is taken aback. What does your form look like this time?
Oh, it looks like the same thing it always looks like. This is what happens when a whole bunch of spiders all get together into one form. Like, I have far too many legs, far too many eyes, pedipalps.
Yeah, it's a solidarity of spiders.
Okay.
Which is which is the correct term for a large group of spiders.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy is about to get, stabbed.
All right. Yeah. So the. All right. So he is doing that. Let's see here. Rakk, you were pretty quiet. You can act now if you want. There are 2 gnolls, and
they're what I've determined, they're alive.
Yeah.
And they really shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm going to try to remedy that situation.
All right, the gnolls do have protection 1. They do have some armor on, although the lead cultist does not.
7.
All right. You're striking one of the gnolls?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead. Now, with the 7, he'll be able to counterattack. And go ahead. So you can go ahead and roll your stress, though.
5.
Okay. So he's down to 1, because he does have 1 protection. And he throws... also hits you for 5.
4.
No, what weapon are you using?
I'm using my...
The bow?
Oh, shit. I was just using the bow.
Yeah, so... well, you also lost your sword breaker, and you didn't get it back.
No, so it's my bow's D8.
Yeah, so you don't have any protection, though.
That's right, I don't.
Yep. Unfortunately...
Whatever.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a mulligan on this one. You've gotten so much fucking fallout from this. I'll let you not take it this time, just because Jesus Christ, I always roll for you like that. So yeah, you take 5 stress from it, and you inflict 4 back on him. A good exchange.
Yes.
So Outis, what about you?
Well, would this be what domain are we in at the moment?
Definitely technology.
Okay, good. Because I have technology, and I have, let's see, what's the spell that I'm doing go off of? Oh, damn it. I just had, oh, no, wait. Yeah, that was it. Never mind. Because it's evade plus occult, plus I have over 4 mind stress at the moment, which lets me roll with mastery. So I'm first going to cast my Frenzy of the Sky Court, which fills me with crazy sky spirit energy and gives me +1 resistance to all things. But completely wrecks my attention span, so I can't do anything complex without it being risky.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Sorry. All right, so yeah, you just do that, and you have resistance 1 to everything. Protection.
Yeah, I mean, if I succeed, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
8.
Okay. With 8, that does succeed without fallout.
Excellent. And I also, with Temporary Perfection as one of my add-ons to that, gives me a skill that I do not normally possess until the end of the situation, which will once again be kill.
Once again, it will be kill.
All I need is kill.
All you need is kill.
All you need is kill.
All you need is kill.
Kill is all you need.
Kill is all you need. You're right. So you're powering up just as Valanthe is powering up.
Yeah, Super Saiyan noises, etc.
Yeah. So the signal box lead cultist, though, I'm going to say is going to shoot a fragment of the true nature of the Vermissian at you, Outis. So
Yeah, that's cans.
Yeah, you can give me a endure check to see if you resist it. This will do mind stress, so you can just take it if you want.
Uh-oh. I mean, I already have 7, and that seems like a bit of a risk.
Okay.
So let's see. You said it. It'd be endure, which I don't have, but I do have technology.
Well, you could also have evade. Oh yeah, technology definitely apply because this is the signal. So yeah,
I mean, I do have evade.
All right, evade would work too.
Okay, evade technology.
You can avert your eyes.
Don't look at the arc.
Mm-hmm. It's basically sending you like a strobe light thing. VHS signals.
Oh, that is a 9. Yes.
All right, you managed to avoid it. His one shot misses. So Garanhon, what do you do?
All right, since I don't want the cult who just attacked Outis to get away with that. I'm going to go ahead and make an attack on him.
Okay.
With the sword or the scrap sword.
Okay.
So, all right. So for that one, and since I'm at actually, yeah, I guess there's another one. So I guess that's just gonna be a 1 on there since I don't have anything else for kill, and I don't feel like there's any other domains I could probably activate on this one, or technology or Warren.
Yeah, it's only one domain matters. You're in technology. This is a technology place. So
okay, so
these are technology cultists. Yeah.
So, okay, so in that case, could I use my technology one to get an advantage on the attack?
No, it just gives you an extra die. You get 1 for having the skill and 1 for having the domain. That's all that matters.
Okay. So, yeah. Well, I don't have the skill itself for kill, so I would.
Then you just roll 2d10. So yeah,
the 2d10. Okay, yeah. I was wanting to make sure for 2d. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure. I don't want to cheat.
You son of a bitch.
I know. So and it's 60 to 7.
All right. So you lash out at him. He retaliates with a wrench to the face.
Wrench to face style.
It will do 3 blood to you.
Use wrench
which is all absorbed by taking the shield right now and letting the scrap sword, swing across him.
All right, go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, that's D6.
This guy does not have armor.
Take that, 4.
That is enough to kill him. You run him through. The signal light on his head blinks out. You'll have to give me an evade check, though. The remaining cultist, the other gnoll, is going to try and stab you.
Okay. I can't evade. Could I make an endurance check instead?
Sure.
Hey. Okay. That last one is mine, and if he is trying to step away from me to stab Aaron, he's getting this one in the back.
Well, he didn't attack you.
He did.
Did he?
Yeah, that was the one that hit me first.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind.
Yeah, sorry. Out of my stealth.
You're right. He already acted, so never mind. You don't have to do anything to your hand. So new round. So Valanthe, you're up first.
I believe we discussed this gnoll and his lack of being stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
This will not stand.
That'll definitely hit, and no fallout on you or no stress on your end. So go ahead and roll. I don't know what you're hitting him with.
My sacred blade. It's a D6, and it is bloodbound.
Okay. Bloodbound means you have to take blood stress.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
I think you have to bleed on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have to do it. So you can just do the base D6.
Let's just stick with the base D6 for now.
Yeah, you do outnumber these guys. All right, 5. So that'll put him down to 1 because he has 1 protection. And he is. He is not doing well. You cut him real good.
I have something for this.
Okay.
Because it's the end of the situation, and I have a 1-shot spell, so that would be nice.
There's 2 enemies with 1 stress left, so
excellent because it also has spread. So I'm going to cast Brisk Conjuration. You're able to summon an indiscriminate blast of air in the direction of your choice. It's kill D4 with spread debilitating in 1 shot. So
yeah,
I still have enough mind stress for mastery. So 4d10. And oh shit, that is a 10.
All right.
Hey-o.
They are utterly obliterated. So
The sound of wind and just splash of blood.
yeah. So good job. You have
I
managed.
literally kill them with finger guns.
Yeah. So they were able to get in here somehow, but you're quite unsure exactly how. Another mystery. You can investigate that. Yeah, but this is a good stopping off point, as you can rest and recover for a bit before you open the vault into the station. So you do find the two guards, the two bodyguards, each have a D6 haven in just coins and scrap, and the leader has a D8 resource in niche. Machinery, rusted but functional machinery.
Okay.
So, what do you say as you all end the fight?
I will gladly give up a share of loot if somebody would help me stop the bleeding.
Oh, I know how to do that.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and give me a min check for that.
Let's see. Would it just be? Let's see. I have mend. What would an appropriate domain be?
It's a witch, cursed, occult.
It'll just be. Oh, okay. No, I do have a cult. Okay, so I can roll 3.
How to heal witches?
Got an 8.
All right. Yeah, you stop bleeding. And I'll say, you stop the bleeding, so you remove that fallout. So very good.
Yeah.
It's not fallout as much as it is stress that I need removed, but
Yeah.
I can just pass that lovely surgeon's kit over. It's like, here's bandages, here's salves.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll a d6 then.
D8.
Oh, d8. Sorry.
There's a reason I paid extra for this one.
Normally you're not supposed to swap out equipment like that, but it's fine in this case.
I got a 6.
All right, yeah. So you heal up. I think you're supposed to take supply stress when you do that. But I'll look that up next time. You want to deal with that right now. Rakk, any words as the fight ends? What does Rakk do? Rakk?
Meat should be meat and not plants.
Well, these were living cultists. These were actual technology cultists. You're really bothered by those moss clones, weren't you?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So you weren't.
I mean, if there's some D8 loot, I might devour it just to get rid of that, because that's not right.
Yeah, you could eat some machines to do that.
Excuse me, I'll be right back. Don't mind the noise.
All right. So as we end this session, Garanhon, what are you thinking as you're waiting, as you're taking a breath before you open the vault door? How's Garanhon doing?
Tired and worried about what else is in there, but more excited about the fact that this is one step potentially closer to the conductor. And just looking up and looking back down at the cultist, looking back up, and just quietly says to himself, knowledge needs to be shared.
All right. And that's what we're in. Questions, comments, suggestions? You guys have fun?
Oh, yeah.
I did some kicky time.
You did, and you got a drink named after you. So you got both of yours dealt with. Let's see, Aaron, you did allude to events.
I do. So.
Yep. Let's see here. Next session, you'll be able to gain knowledge that someone tried to conceal when you get inside the train station.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. Actually, there's one thing. You get a command from your master, Outis.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I forgot to read my journal.
Yeah. I congratulated Rakk on his fight and handed him the letter between the pages of my journal.
Hey, Rakk?
Yeah. I'm eating machines. What can I do for you?
No, I just good fight the other day, and it
was delightful.
I found this letter thing. I think it's think it's for you. It's got a. Here's that's here.
Fan mail.
I don't know.
It's addressed to you.
I'll open it.
Okay. Congratulations, Rakk, on your fight. You were a cunning warrior, and you to so thoroughly defeat a foe that they name a drink after you is a worthy victory. Yeah. I understand though that you look for larger prey. If you want to find I know how to find the black worm. If you want to find me, I am in the Black Raven Lodge.
Like eyes go stony. Just, I know where we're going next.
Well, I mean, we got to go to the grove.
Actually, it's like then the stony look goes like, oh yeah, okay, we'll do that first. Then we'll go to the next place.
No, Rakk, we can't. It's too powerful. It will kill us all. You saw it eat this. You saw it eat that entire settlement the last time.
Oh, worm?
Well, look, that settlement sucked. Come on. It's not going to happen again, probably.
I don't like that they're stirring up Rakk. I'm going to destroy the shit out of something important to this asshole.
It's what Rakk wants, Outis. What's the problem?
Yeah, well, people want things and then they accidentally break parts of reality. I've seen that happen. I didn't do that. I've heard about it happening.
Yeah, clearly. Cool. Well, we'll end there as Rakk. Now he needs to find out where the Black Raven Lodge is. Something for a future. We'll figure where that out. Where that is next time. But of course, first you have to go into the station so Garanhon can retrieve information crucial to finding the conductor.
Yeah, things are accelerating. Plots are interweaving.
Things are rapidly getting out of hand.
Yeah. So Thad, you fulfilled a story beat.
Yay!
Yep.
Minor beat.
Yep. And Tom filled both of his, and Aaron filled out one of his. And
I got drugs from the Yak Man, which wasn't a beat, but I got drugs in.
Worthy nonetheless. So.
Hey, drugs are amazing.
Drugs are amazing. And with that, kids, drugs are amazing. All right.
I still think my favorite line pertaining to those was Bill Nye in Love Actually. Kids, don't buy drugs. Become a rock star. They'll give them to you for free.
Words of wisdom. We'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.
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 Bye.